guess. We went to findings and research. Findings and research. You just went off a cliff. So the story begins, or documentary begins by autobiography, self. Autobiography, biography, documentation, hypothesis research. What, when, how, who, where, why. Scientific method carried out to ocean. Findings and research. Science and processes were ran very several times, and each time we found ourselves someplace innocent. Earth. Not like Earth at all. We weren't hallucinating anything. We weren't astral projecting. different consciousness, a different space, reality, to touch and feel it, to hear it around us, yet it reacted upon us, and as if, if you do know, there is something that you curious, like you saw a unicorn and you wanted to put a look with your eyes, you might be softer, if you were walking through a fun house in Arizona, kind of almost unfamiliar space would react upon you. Like I'm trying to flavor ice cream or jumping into a pool or walking into a cave for the first time without a flashlight. It would make you react, make your senses create functions or make you react, whether it was out of fear or out of after you thought something was funny or thought something was
I'm always searching for some kind of new sound. I'm always chasing the perfect drum, the perfect sample. Even if I never find it, that feeling, that chase is why I do this. Is everybody bored of me talking yet? What's up? I'm the Count. I'm a producer and sound designer from Toronto. I've worked with Busta Rhymes, Russ, No Name, just to name off a few. People who aren't so familiar with the sample packs might know me for my beat videos. I wanted to put the producer in the foreground. I started just filming myself, making beats, and just putting them out for people to see. Early on, a really close friend of mine was making these songs for a little school project he had, and he pulled up GarageBand and showed me this rap beat. And I must have been like 12 at the time, and I was just like, how did you make this beat? I was like, I didn't even know you could like make something like this. I downloaded it that night and just sat listening to all the loops and combining the loops for like hours on end. Us as producers, we're always like searching for these particular sounds, and it would be like impossible to describe exactly what you're looking for, but we know it when we hear it. That's why I always have my voice memos open, trying to capture those little moments, even if it's just an ambient sound that you can put behind the beat. I love sampling a non-musical sound. My home studio is not like a professional studio, but to me, it's perfect. There are pieces of percussion everywhere. You can just reach over and grab this thing, and maybe that thing will work. And it doesn't make sense in a context where if I was renting out my studio, but for me, it's like the only way I know how to create. The goal with my sound pack was to just kind of give you a window into like my sonic world. Sounds that I've created that I consider unapologetically like me and my style of sound. Don't be afraid to experiment with it and kind of make it your own. Don't be afraid to pitch them up, pitch them down, reverse it. If you take the time to chop those samples and manipulate those sounds in your own way, you're gonna find that there's so much room for exploration. I hope you enjoy some of these strange compositions. I definitely dug into the hard drives for this pack, so to flex those muscles, and believe me, it's gonna sound really good.
So is there something that you're curious, like if you thought you saw a unicorn and you wanted to get a better look with your eyes, you might chase after it, even if you wouldn't receive maybe a fear of danger, maybe if you ran off a cliff and didn't notice that you were falling, you get shocked and then you start to scream, noticing you just ran off a cliff. And then heaven, so just went off a cliff and fell to what? In life. Already there. So it all starts again. With when I was young, I was able to discern treasure beings. I would get lost in my young age. It was like 1, 2, or 3, however age I was that I could walk. But I would get lost, or I would get get I would become separated. My mom at a grocery store or whatever. Maybe wherever it was that I found myself isolated and alone. All of a sudden, it was like, let's say, for example, it was a store. You know, me being so young and not knowing how to navigate a grocery store, I probably find myself wandering. Hello, my name is Claire Valentine, and a few years ago, specifically 2017, 2016, I began writing my thesis. The Mount Chavin. That's what I will be reading you from. This is the synopsis. So, the story begins, or documentary begins by autobiography. Biography, documentation, hypothesis research. What, when, how, who, where, why. Scientific method carried out to fruition. Findings and research. carried through. Science and processes were ran 3 separate times, and each time we found ourselves a place that wasn't Earth. Was not like Earth at all. We weren't hallucinating and we weren't dreaming. We weren't astral projecting. Different consciousness, different space, reality. We touch and feel it. Hear it around us. See it. It reacted upon us, and as if, you know, if you do know, if you didn't know, if you ever did go, if you ever do go, you will go. When you do, if you were walking through a fun house in Arizona, kind of house, unfamiliar space would react to you, like trying to new flavor ice cream, or jumping into a pool, or walking into a cave for the first time without flashlight. It would make you react, make your senses create reflections, or would make you react, whether it was out of fear or out of laughter, or you thought something was funny, or if you thought something was curious, or if something made you curious, like if you thought you saw a unicorn and you wanted to get a better look with your eyes, you might chase after it, even if you wouldn't perceive maybe the fear of danger, or maybe if you ran off a cliff and didn't notice that you were falling, you get shocked and then you start to scream, noticing you just ran off a cliff. You're in heaven, so you just run off a cliff and fall to your second life. You're already there. So it all starts to begin with when I was young, I was able to discern treasure beings. I would get lost in my young age. It was like 1, 2, or 3, however age I was that I could walk. But I would get lost, or I would get get I would become separated. My mom at a grocery store or maybe wherever it was, I found myself isolated and alone. All of a sudden, it was like, let's say, for example, it was a store. You know, me being so young and not knowing how to navigate the grocery store, I probably find myself wandering around aisles in circles or going through the same aisles after thinking that if I looked through all the aisles, not finding, you know, the mom or Janet, whoever I was there with, not even to ask any adults, I probably would have wandered outside if I could even find a way out. Then, if I could navigate the parking lot out through onto the street, from the street back to the residential area that we came from, and from there back to the house that I was familiar to, or the neighborhood or street that I was familiar to, not knowing my address or having any information on me, or without asking for help, or that it was probably around the year in 1990, yeah, probably 1990. So no GPS, no MapQuest, I had a cell phone, and with Bell still, and payphones on almost every window except those would be just as useless to me. I couldn't even reach them, being however young I was. But this would happen to me quite a lot, and I would follow these lights. They were kind of a light, like a white, blue, and maybe azure or something. And they would drive me home. Would kind of look like others, maybe. And then get home without any help or adult guidance. Without getting further lost or picked up by strange adults or laid off by no one knows what kids get carried off by these days, but I seem to have avoided all those dangers and pitfalls. Whatever could happen to animals, wherever I was. I always seemed to get home safe and sound. So, not that I'm ever seen that anyone was happy for like that they had just found. But in those days, my mother was living from alcoholism. Maybe I forgot that she wanted me. Maybe in her confusion of getting home or dinner or whatever she had left me there for. Obviously, when I said maybe I had gotten distracted by a coloring book or a toy and I was following her. Just move home without me, thinking, you know. But obviously, what's next? Computer. I find my way home. For some reason, some of the neighbors that we had gotten to know were these gospel singers, Mary. And they sing, take my shackles off my feet so I can dance. I just wanna praise it. It's not. I just. I don't have to do 24 hours. I don't have to do 24 hours. Something like that. That was the only song I remember. And, but, so they would find me, or they would see me wandering in the area where, however I got there, and they would take me the rest of the way home. And when I shouldn't have been alone. They would find me and bring me home. However I got home, it just always seemed kind of defeat. So on my age. Not too much distance. But anyway, maybe I was just really aware in my wandering of being naive and innocent and I guess as you just see this children from the age was you have to assume that they probably didn't know anything. If anything, of course, as I started to notice these angels, not that I knew that's what they were then, but that's what I would actually relate them to. They would always tell me the truth or what information was valid, whether as opposed to if someone told me information and it was wrong, they would let me know if it was wrong, and more than that, they would tell me the answer. Or they would give me a hint or a way to find what the answer was. It wouldn't just lead me to a dead end. They would always hit me, but always know more than what I should have known without having any access to an encyclopedia or computer or book, or don't know anything about the person or stuff like that. And so I guess having this source of information and using it just randomly or because it was natural for us. We thought everyone it was the same for everyone, so we probably would just, my mom asked me something and I didn't, and I just, just thought what's happening, like, every day, every other day, every hour. So often that it started to become concerning that, like, where are they getting this information from and how, and then, I think it started not thinking about it then, but thinking about it now, it probably scared people, and it's probably why people are kind of maybe afraid to be around me now, because it seems like I always know too much. But for me, I always wanted to be honest with people, just because I thought that if I was upfront with them and told them everything about, not having to tell them everything about me, but just, just so you know, I can do this, and knowing that, you wouldn't want to, if you knew someone could do something like, read your mind or things just out of the blue, it wouldn't make you want to, be careful around them. Imagine, and if you didn't want to be around them early, if they just told you that, or something like that, it would be, create, protection or distance, or you wouldn't want to be with your friend and be with the person that you didn't want to, have, I don't know. And so, like, it never seemed to bother anyone in the beginning. I don't think they really believed me. But then, I don't know, maybe as time went on, it was like, then they would get a little more suspicious, and then by the time I had those bond with them, it's like they were being, like, distant, and so it was like, I don't know, but we never really had a problem with making friends. I think later it just became about we always kind of like not like being popular, but like we were kind of like well liked, as we could draw, and we would draw our friends and give them the artwork, and it made them feel like, I don't know, it made them people like us, and it made us feel special. My aunt would tell us stories, and she'd say that, we weren't just drawing like stick figures or like group shapes and animals, like we were drawing like photorealistic animals and people, and that's what was so amazing for our age, I guess. And my sister, she was an artist too, and we just it's just something we did. And so I think for me, I wanted to draw what I saw they look like to me. If it was something else I was seeing, and show what it looked like to me. The more I got to walk with these beings, like they were really the only thing I could trust. And so I just learned that if I wanted to know something, I would ask them. Asking another human being was kind of pointless. But I never wanted to information that didn't belong to me out of someone. But I would have to ask them, questions that would into them, because, unless they gave me the answer themselves, then I wouldn't have access to the information I need. So, I don't know. It's like, I wanted to feel like everyone else, not feel like I was different, because it didn't really make me feel like I had an advantage or something. It made me feel like it was always like I was punished or something for having the right answers, or for knowing something that I didn't have known, or it was like, like a person is, their emotions would go from, they'd kind of start to feel like they were being, like I was, wanting to check them or something, or like I was moving them or something, or I don't know, it's like their demeanor would change from normal to they were not happy or off. They were turned off or so it just helped me kind of just to not. And so later I would take the GATE exams and pass in the 90th percentile, and I'd always been a super overachiever, and I liked school. I just thought that because of my circumstances that I'd have to do well, because if I didn't, there'd be nothing else for me. So I felt like I had to succeed if I wanted to achieve my dreams, and I just wanted to be a comic book artist. So I would ask everyone, how do I become an artist? How do I become an artist? How do I become a comic book artist? And everyone would say, you have to make good grades. You have to make good grades. You have to pass school. You have to make good grades. And so, because it scared me that I wouldn't get to live my dream, I made sure I made like perfect grades in every grade I was in. And then when I got to high school, and I got to my junior year, I learned that artists didn't have to make good grades to become artists. They just had to be proficient in the skill of art and be perceived as good artists. And so that's when my grades, I just looked at them kind of off. And I just focused on drawing and Hello, my name is Claire Valentine, and a few years ago, specifically, is started to learn how to use Photoshop.